Welcome to the credits video for Let's Play The Evil Within. I'm BurningDogFace, and this has been a hell of a ride. Not bad. The music, I mean. I mean, I'm guessing they're not gonna let me monetize this one, but you know, not bad.
Walking a tightrope bound to slip. Sound is a twisted lullaby. Touch is the slice before the blood. Soon something's got to give in. Can lose control.
I actually really enjoyed this game. I mean, there were moments that drove me up the wall with frustration, but I really enjoyed it overall.
Can't breathe to the street. Long way down. Suffocating endless dream. Long way down. Long way down. Long way down. Don't give up the light. Using every last breath. Escaping the long way down.
Also for the workshop? Of course. Claire de Lune. I really liked the art design in this. Well, I mean, it was abhorrent, but they did it really well. It was, Julie Kidman. It's interesting, they had a voice actor who only played those giants that appeared in exactly one level. I really liked, the use of light and shadows and stuff. It made everything look really ominous and really spooky, and it made areas that were fully lit seem almost unsettling. And, fuck was Oscar? Was that Connolly? I don't remember if he got a first name or not. I must say, some of the most viscerally unpleasant visuals I've seen in a game in a very long time. Just like wading waist deep through blood and seeing gore and bones and all kinds of shit all over the walls. Ugh. There was, I also liked that it didn't, the impression I always got, like I said this before, about, looking at this game from the marketing, was that, oh, the guy who made Resident Evil left Capcom to make his own off-brand Resident Evil, and I'm glad the game turned out to be much more than that. I'm glad that it turned out that, it feels different enough that I would say it has its own identity. It does get a lot more action-focused as you progress in the game. But, even with that stupid spotlight thing, there was still a place for stealth at the very end. And there was a much heavier focus on stealth than in, than in the Resident Evil franchise. Or they don't even have mechanics for that, I think. Yeah, they usually just spawn enemies in knowing exactly where you are. At least in the ones I've played, I should say. I've heard that this game is closer in feeling to the original Resident Evil games, in that, they're still action-focused, but there is a much heavier focus on ammo conservation than in, the later games, which eventually just break down into being action games, as it is. I did think this was a much scarier game than any of the Resident Evil games I've played. Not just in the fact that I was, got by 4 or 5 different jump scares, but by the fact that, unlike, Resident Evil 4, 5, and Resident Evil Revelations, there were most sequences where I was genuinely unsettled, or I was cringing back in my chair expecting a jump scare. Where the tension was really high. I felt this game did that much better than the RE games I've played. So, I do recommend this game, since I bring that up every time, but, if... contrary to my initial assumptions, it isn't a one-to-one thing. If you're a big fan of Resident Evil, you might not like this. It is most certainly a slower-paced game with a much higher focus on ammo conservation than what Resident Evil became. Clear bonus, machine gun acquired. Clear bonus, rocket launcher acquired. Clear bonus, 50,000 skill points acquired. That's a lot of brain juice. New Game Plus and Model Viewer can now be selected in the main menu. You can now choose a different difficulty setting when selecting New Game. Not bad, all things considered. I've just noticed that, Ruben seems to have an extra Laura hand growing out of his hip. Nasty. Not bad, all things considered. Shame about Joseph, though. I liked that guy. I was really hoping he was going to make it. Ooh. Before I get into the model viewer stuff, let's take a look at the achievements. First step into darkness, complete the game in casual difficulty. I guess I got that for doing it on normal as well. One of the many. Defeat the ultimate evil within. That was Ruben's boss form. Another day on the job. Complete the game on survival difficulty. I don't think I got any others, for the ending. But man, I got 17 out of 71 achievements. That's not great, even though a whole bunch of them are for the DLC chapters. Let's see. Master of Horror. Complete the game on Nightmare difficulty. Every nook and cranny. I think I've titled like 8 videos that over the course of my Let's Play career. Collect every collectible in the game. Master of Unlocking. Open up all of the lockers in the save room. My best friend. Completely upgrade 1 weapon. The Power of 3. Completely upgrade 3 weapons. Unstoppable Arsenal. Completely upgrade all weapons. I wonder if you can even do that in 2 playthroughs. I'm assuming that New Game Plus will allow you to keep the upgrades you already had. Why can't I hold all this ammo? Upgrade all options in the stock menu. Yeah, these are not, these are kind of lofty goals, man. Blow up the playing field. Use a secret explosive weapon to kill 10 enemies. Agony, bolt effects, and negate results. Okay, so I guess you can't just, electrocute a whole bunch of guys. You can have a moment to aim. It is clearly a picture of a rocket launcher, though, which I find funny. Full House. Kill 5 enemies with each type of agony bolt, which I find interesting since 2 of them don't actually cause lethal effects. Silent Kill. Kill 5 enemies in a row with a sneak kill without being discovered. Embarrassing that I didn't get that, but, I was kind of terrible at the stealth. Burn Baby Burn. Kill 5 enemies with a torch. Did I really not do that? Huh. One-man army. Kill 400 enemies. Ammo Conservationist. Kill 25 enemies with melee attacks. The Quick and the Dead. Finish the game with a clear time of under 5 hours. It is what it is. Finish the game without upgrading any skills with green gel. You asked for it. Finish the game on Akumu mode. I heard about that. Apparently Akumu difficulty is, it's like the highest difficulty, except that there are random traps scattered everywhere, and part of the reason for that is that in Akumu mode you have exactly 1 hit point. Every attack is instant death. Okay, here's the chapter-specific ones I didn't get. The only one I actually got was entry-level electrician. I should get this whole generator panel running just in case. Oh, it seems I got one in Chapter 4, Home is where the hospice is. A vision in the hospice, why here, why now? I remember that I got that after I killed Valerio Jimenez as a zombie, but I don't understand what that means. Well, there's going to be more videos for the DLC, so I guess I'll look it up between now and then. Yeah. A la Corvo. Have they lost their minds? Better get past them without a fight. Chapter 2. I believe this one is for getting through all of Chapter 2 without being noticed. So you need to make it to the, from the ambulance crash to the cutscene where you get chased across the bridge without being detected. Knife beats chainsaw. His engine roars, but my knife is strong enough to take him out. Chapter 3. That's straightforward. Not part of the job description. The water is rising, but we'll get out of this without a scratch. I'm guessing that's for not taking any damage when, you're fighting off all those goons in the siege around Kidman in the water box. Everybody gets 1. Who wouldn't reach out for a man clinging for his life? Chapter 6. I looked that one up. Since I kept an eye out for, like, a zombie hanging off a cliff or something. But, that one actually seems kind of unfair. That's the one from the Castle Siege chapter. In that chapter, where you're accompanied most of the time by Joseph, it is possible for Joseph to get hit by an attack, and if he's standing right on the edge of a ledge, he will start to fall off and just grab onto the side. This achievement is for that happening, and then you save him. You pull him up. I did not see that even happening in the whole time I was in that chapter, so I didn't get the achievement. I don't have time for this. It won't stay dead. Better only fight when I have to. Chapter 7. I'm assuming that means... Oh, there's a 2 on it. So yeah, I think you have to kill the Keeper twice in that sequence where he chases you around the first time. In order to progress the thing. Like, I remember the first time you kill him, just a door opens. Just for no reason. And I think that happens once again, but I'm guessing this means you get through that sequence without taking him down at all other than that. I don't know. I guess you have to lose him and then sneak back around to open the valve while he's still running around. Item management. This cave echoes like crazy. Better put the gun away and keep quiet. How do you get to Chapter 8? That's... You don't make any shots, I guess? You can't kill the two-headed guys with stealth attacks, so I don't know what that means. Maybe you just stealth all the way through? Doesn't seem very likely to me. Bathed in flames. Enough running, I'll burn her to the ground right here. Chapter 10. Not a scratch on her. I'm not taking any chances. This bus can't take much more damage. Chapter 12, I talked about that one. Oh. I'm guessing these ones are, Yeah, this one actually says for the, assignment, so I'm guessing these are for the DLC chapters. Is there anything below that? No, it's all just... Let go. Stupid scroll bar. There. I'm guessing that's all just more of that. Okay, so it turns out the model viewer has little descriptions for basically everything in the game, so I'm going to make a separate video where I look at all of those. And, I guess I will call this one here. Yeah, I really enjoyed The Evil Within, despite some frustrating moments, and, I will absolutely be looking at The Evil Within 2 somewhere down the road, but we're not done with this journey just yet. My plan is to look at the first story-based chapter, the assignment, then go to the Executioner, which I believe is the one where you play as the Keeper, because I feel like that's going to have a much less of a storyline to it. And then we'll finish off with the other Kidman-based DLC, The Consequence. But for now, the main story has come to an end, Ruvik is dead, and Sebastian Castellanos has been freed back into the world. I don't know that I'd call it a happy ending, but at least it's a satisfying one. So, I'm BurningDogFace, and I thank you for joining me for Let's Play The Evil Within. I hope you'll join me as I move on to finish this journey by taking a look at the DLC, but that can wait. Later!